Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we will talk about the 10 best midsize luxury SUV. 1. Range Rover Sport. The luxury SUV market is increasingly crowded, with brands eager to take a slice of this overly profitable pie. Yet while increasingly talented new arrivals continue to make a bid for supremacy, there's a familiar name at the top of our list, the Range Rover Sport. All new from the ground up in 2022, this third-generation machine takes off where its class-leading predecessor left off. As ever, it is not quite as large or as spacious as its bigger sibling, the Range Rover, and isn't the lightest car of its kind. According to our scales, it's around 150 kilograms heftier than the old car. But the Range Rover Sport more than makes up for it with its remarkable breadth of talent. It's built on the same MLA Flex platform as the full-fat Range, which means it offers a complete catalog of abilities. Among them is the outstanding off-road ability, real on-road handling dynamism, and driver appeal for a car of this size. First-rate cabin richness, refinement, and luxury ambience also come as standard, as does Land Rover's latest 13.1-inch Pivot Pro infotainment. 2. Audi Q7 e-tron Quattro. The pace of development of the luxury electric car is something to behold right now. 5 or so years ago, an all-electric option would barely have threatened to get to the top of this list. But today, the inherent qualities of electrified propulsion are really being brought to bear by the very best luxury EVs on the market, and there can be no doubt that the Audi e-tron Quattro is one of them. Launched in 2018, the e-tron was treated to a midlife refresh and name change, becoming the Q8 e-tron at the very end of 2022. Subtle, sharper looks are the most obvious change on the inside, while the battery capacity has been up to 89 kilowatt-hours in the entry-level 50 models and 106 kilowatt-hours for the 55 and sportier SQ8 variants. The rapid charging limit has also been raised to 170 kilowatts, although this still trails those rivals with 800V hardware that can be replenished at up to 350 kilowatts. 3. Land Rover Discovery. The second podium for Land Rover in the luxury SUV segment is delivered by a car whose character differs starkly from that of the car above, but may be all the more appealing to you for its relative lack of machismo, the 5th-generation Land Rover Discovery. It's a car of controversial but rugged styling with off-road ability that few in the class could beat, and with it briefed to provide functional, understated, comfortable luxury and versatility on the road, and that succeeds at that task with likable ease. 7 usable seats are inside, and when you're driving, you'll have a great time because this is as comfortable a cruiser as many traditional saloon-shaped luxury cars. 4. Porsche Cayenne. The car that saved Porsche entered its third model generation in 2018 and in doing so, eased out its VW Group platform buddy, the Audi Q7, for a place at the sharp end of this class ranking. The latest Cayenne isn't quite the driver's car we've all come to know, and that many of us came to begrudgingly respect after taking so powerfully against what the cars seemed to represent in its first iteration back in 2002. Because Porsche is still Porsche, it still makes the very best sports cars in the world, thanks in no small part to a business that's now built on the commercial bedrock of luxury SUVs. 5. BMW X5. The 4th generation of Munich's full-size luxury 4x4 signals a maturing and broadening of the X5's character definition, but not a wholesale change of it. 20 years ago, when BMW revolutionized and revitalized this part of the luxury car market with the original X5, it hit on a powerfully appealing concept, that of the sporting SUV with as much space, versatility, and 4x4 capability as many needed, but not enough to dull its dynamic edge. 6. Audi Q7. The Q7 is a desirable, polished SUV with a real aura of accomplishment. Huge inside with high-quality materials and a very high level of refinement and mechanical isolation, it may be the embodiment of everything you want in a modern upmarket family car, particularly if you consider cars like this the modern manifestation of luxury in automotive form. The downsides, in typical Audi fashion, the Q7 feels quite remote to drive, handles in a grippy and effective but uninvolving fashion, and is a little short on the charisma that other cars in this class have in abundance. Then again, there's always the related 592-watt Audi RS Q8, which addresses that character shortage pretty directly. However, the Q7 is at its best when oiling along in a smooth and unflustered manner. Its standard air springs, soothing progress, and its excellent refinement keeping long-haul headaches at bay. As a result, it's best suited to the muscular V6 diesel options, particularly the 286-50 TDI. Although company car users will prefer the tax savings offered by the plug-in 55 TFSI. 7. Mercedes-Benz GLE. Mercedes-Benz has redoubled its commitment to the luxury SUV market by investing in a new vehicle platform and by making the first model to use it, the fourth-generation GLE, predecessors of which used to be known as the ML class, a bit of a technological pioneer. Having grown in size considerably compared with the old GLE, the new one has a more rigid mixed metal body structure, too. It offers considerably more space for second and third-row passengers. The 7-seat option isn't available with the plug-in hybrid than its predecessor and what Mercedes bills as a markedly more upmarket luxury ambience in all seats. The car uses Mercedes' latest MBUX infotainment system and dual widescreen instrument and command controls displays, but also gets a giant-size head-up display with improved display functionality. 8. Volvo XC90. Volvo's renaissance following Ford ownership started with the XC90, a genuine 7-seater with comfort and handling on its side, a decent range of engines including a T8 401-butt plug-in hybrid, as well as an abundance of style. It's another car that sits directly in the middle of the luxury SUV price spectrum. The interior features a mix of luxury touches and not-so-luxury plastics in places, while less-than-perfect engine refinement and infotainment usability niggles ensure the XC90 stops just short of greatness. Nonetheless, Volvo made worthwhile improvements to the car's engine range when it replaced the D5 diesel with a new mild hybrid B5 option in 2019. Better still, a couple of years later, the plug-in T8 was treated to a larger 18.8 kilowatt-hours drive battery, upping its claimed EV range to 44 miles while simultaneously dropping its beak banding from 12 to 8%. 9. Range Rover Velar. The Range Rover Velar is Land Rover's most road-biased SUV yet, with looks taken straight from those of the concept car, an interior that puts most others to shame with its richness in both materials and technology, and a model platform adapted from one primarily developed for its group partner brand Jaguar. On the road, it's every bit as good to drive as it is to simply admire, with a ride, refinement, performance, and handling precision every bit as good as any car in the class, provided you don't skip on cylinder count when you specify your car. 4-cylinder engines are much poorer than the 6s, while the plug-in lacks the pace, refinement, and EV range of the newer Range Rover and Range Rover Sport. 10. Genesis GV80. It's a bit reductive to say so, but if you fancy a Bentley Bentayga for a fraction of the price, then the Genesis GV80 is as close as it gets. From its bold, bluff-fronted looks through to its richly luxurious interior and similarly be-winged badge, the Korean upstart does a good job at being a facsimile at a fraction of the cost. Okay, so the comparisons only stand up loosely, but there is a lot to like in the GV80, which was the first model from Hyundai's premium brand to arrive on European shores. The Genesis is certainly imposing, while inside it's roomy and has a fit and finish that makes established players at this end of the market sit up and take notice. Soft quilted leather covers the seats, while everything you see and touch feels a cut above. It's also crammed with state-of-the-art tech and has all the TFT displays and touchscreen infotainment you could want. Then there's the way the car is sold in Spanner, the concierge service that aims to make life as painless as possible. Make sure to watch the full video. Let me know in the comment section below. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.